so much for coming in today. So much for coming in today. I know this is a really vulnerable and a really kind of uncomfortable situation to be with, but I want you to know that this is a completely safe space, that we're only here to help you, and that there's no reason you should be nervous to share anything. This is a judgment-free zone. I just want you to keep that in mind as we go through today, okay? Perfect. So the first thing I really want to do before we start getting into it is I want to make sure we don't have any tension in our body. I know it can be very nerve-wracking and cause a little bit of anxiety to be talking about yourself and some very vulnerable things. I get that. So we're just gonna take a couple breaths together. We're gonna take some really deep breaths, okay? So we're gonna breathe in, and now we're gonna breathe out. We're gonna do that a couple more times, okay? We're gonna breathe in, and we're gonna breathe out. Let's do that one more time, okay? Breathe in, and breathe out. Just taking deep breaths slows our heart down a little bit, and it can really release our tension. I think a lot of people forget that and take that for granted, that when things seem like they're moving too fast or seem stressful, you just have to take a breath, a really deep one, because that slows things down internally, which will help you. Okay. So I want to start by talking about some of our tension again. So where do you feel the most tension in your body? Not even in your brain, but in your body. A lot of people carry it in their shoulders, or they can feel it in their knees, or they feel it in their eyebrows. But where do you feel that for you? Okay. Yeah, and it's really awesome that you can pinpoint that. So I just want you to relax every muscle in your body. Kind of become jello. Start from your eyebrows. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your cheekbones, your mouth. Let those shoulders slump. Let your back curve in. Let our arms feel lightless and just relax. Relax. This is supposed to be a relaxing experience. It's supposed to help you, and we can't do that if we have all that tension. So I just kind of want you to feel like there's a wave of relaxation rolling down your body. I want you to feel it from your head down to your toes, okay? So we're going to start in our head. We're going to work to our eyebrows, to our shoulders, and let's relax our spine. Make sure our hips are seated comfortably. Let's lay our arms down on the couch. Just really close your eyes and just take a minute in this quiet, relaxed state, okay? Just take a minute. Don't think about anything. Just focus on breathing, okay? Just focus on breathing. Good. Keep going. Just focus on your breathing. Okay? Just keep breathing. Okay, and slowly open your eyes. You can kind of shimmy out of it. How did that feel? Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Again, I think if we just take a minute every day to just kind of like relax and think about what we're doing, that would really help. Do you find yourself feeling a lot of tension through the day? Yeah. And like, do you see that in your classes or at work? Right. Well, at work, it's kind of hard to not have tension, especially if you have a high stress job. So my suggestion to you is just always take a breath. Slow things down. You have the power to control everything. You don't have the power to control how things go, but you have the power to control how you react. And sometimes just taking a deep breath, finding 5 things you can smell, 5 things you can see, 5 things you can taste. It will really just help slow things down, and it will really ground you. One thing I find, if I plant my feet and feel the bottom of my feet and work up to my knees, to my hips, to my arms, just making myself present, stop myself from dissociating, to bring myself out of it. And sometimes it takes a second, and sometimes it feels like we are in the right place or a safe place to do that. But you have to, and you have to learn to trust yourself enough. You have to build that relationship with yourself, to trust yourself enough to know that you're okay. Okay? Perfect. some things that like you seem to struggle with every day? What's something that occurs with you every day that doesn't serve you? What doesn't serve you that happens in your mind? Okay. Yeah. So a lot of those negative thoughts is what I'm hearing. Yeah. And I want you to know you're not the only person that deals with this negativity. I think sometimes when we're in our own head, it feels really, really lonely, and it feels like we're the only ones struggling. But I'm gonna tell you, you're not. Probably the person sitting next to you on the bus or next to you in class struggles with these exact same things. The one thing we just gotta do is we just gotta learn how to deal with it. How we deal with it will change everything. So what helps me and what I've seen that's helped a lot of people is just letting go of those thoughts. So what I like to do is I like to pretend I have a balloon next to me, and in that balloon I have a negative thought about myself. Let's just say my hair's a mess. In that thought, in that balloon, it's holding all those negative comments about my hair, and I hold it, and I can feel the tension it brings on me. I can feel it in my shoulders. I can feel it in the way I'm acting. I can feel it in my attitude, and I take that balloon and I let it go. I feel the weight rising with the balloon, getting rid of it, because that thought doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me. Thinking about my hair, it doesn't serve me. Or maybe I'm thinking, oh, you're stupid, you're dumb. I blow that up in a big balloon. I hold on to it and I let it go. And you know, sometimes it's not easy to let go. You know, sometimes I leave claw marks on the balloons because when we've created a system in our brain, we start to actually believe it. We have to trick ourselves into believing things. So if you constantly tell yourself you're stupid, you're dumb, you're gonna start believing it, and letting that go is gonna be really hard. But you have to, because it doesn't serve you. Every single thought you have in your head, you need to think and say, does this serve me? Does this help me? Does this make me like myself? If the answer is no, blow up that balloon with those thoughts and let it go. And as easy as it sounds, it's not. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of trust in yourself. I know sometimes I'll fill up my balloon and I'll be like, okay, I'll release it, but I'll still have those feelings. But you genuinely have to let it go, let it fly up in the air, let it pop somewhere else. Don't keep that on you, because it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't do anything for you. That's kind of how you gotta think about life, is don't stick around things that don't help you, that don't serve you, that makes you not like you. You have to be selfish in a way. You have to think for yourself, because you have to put yourself first when it comes to your mental health. Otherwise, you're gonna start affecting other people. Okay? I know. So I want you don't have to say them out loud. Think of a negative thought or a negative belief you have about yourself. I just want you to think about it. Think about how it makes you feel. Think about how it makes your body curl. Just think about it. And as you think about it, I want you to blow up that balloon next to you and hold on to it. Just think about all the bad feelings it puts in you. And I want you to let it go. Just let it go. Release it. Release that balloon. Okay? Again, it's hard. It's hard to release it sometimes. Sometimes we feel like it's the truth about ourselves. We've created this lie about ourselves, and letting go of the balloon doesn't feel like it's going to do anything. But if you keep practicing it, your mind's going to start believing the truth. I want you to do it again. I want you to think about something negative, think about some belief that you have about yourself that's not true at all, and fill it up. Make this balloon as big as a hot air balloon if you have to, but just fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. Hold on to it tight. Feel that tension. Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And now, it's not gonna be fixed after 2 days, unfortunately. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But It's not. It's something we have to constantly keep practicing and keep trying to get better at. And sometimes letting go of those thoughts doesn't work. Sometimes you just kind of have to live in the gray. You have to live in the gray. One thing that a lot of people that I know that really struggle letting go of those thoughts doesn't, even letting go of the balloon doesn't help. So sometimes instead of saying I'm exceptional or I'm bad at it, just live in the middle, because the middle is going to be so much more helpful than living in the bad. So for example, my hair looks stupid, that's my bad. My hair looks great, that's the good. I want to live in the middle. I want to live in the gray. My hair is fine. My hair is fine. That's all I have to believe about myself, is my hair is fine. And I need to not think about the bad and not think about the good, because the gray is enough. And starting to live in the gray will get you closer to living in the gold. Okay? So just think about that. Give yourself grace. I don't expect you to believe you're the best at everything or you're perfect, because nobody is. But we also don't need to believe that we're bad. Okay? We're good. I want you to know that you are enough. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes it feels like we're not living up to a standard, but you are enough. I want you to say that with me. You are enough. Say, I am enough. Say it 3 times. Okay. I want you to say, I am allowed to live in the gray. Say it 3 times. I am allowed to live in the gray. Okay. I want you to say, I do not keep thoughts that do not serve me. 3 times. I do not keep thoughts that do not serve me. I do not keep thoughts that do not serve me. Good, good, good. So I want to try a little exercise with you, just since we're still getting to know each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up different pictures of different scenes. And I want you to kind of tell me what feelings it conveys, what situation you might be in these areas, okay? So let's start with the first one. Here's our first one. So what kind of feelings does this convey for you? Okay. Okay. Yeah. And so, like, what would you feel if you were there? Okay. And there's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer. And like, kind of like, give me like a physical, like, would you feel the ocean on your feet? Would you feel the itchiness of the sand? Kind of what? You can even close your eyes and put yourself there. Okay. Okay, good. Just gonna write that down real quick. And I want you to know anything I'm writing down is nothing bad. It's just for note's sake, okay? It's just so we can better create a better treatment plan to help you, okay? Okay, I'm gonna hold up another photo. Okay, what about this photo? How does this make you feel? Okay. Okay, and kind of give me what the situation would be here. Okay, and why is that? Why do you think that would be the situation? Okay. 2 more photos, okay? What about here? Kind of what does this photo make you feel? Okay, yeah. And can you kind of explain like more why that is? Yeah. So then, like, physically, like, what would you feel would make your stomach turn? Would it make you relax? What would? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. kind of like, maybe even explain the temperature. What would you think, like physically, like what the temperature would be like? Okay. And would you enjoy that? Yeah. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Well, thank you so much for doing that with me. I just want you to know that sometimes things feel really big and they feel really significant. It feels like the world could be ending, but I want you to know there's something so much bigger than you. Before we end, I just want to ask you one question. What did you do today that you're proud of? Yeah. And why did that make you proud? Very good. I just want you to kind of think about that, okay? Just think about, as the days goes by, just think about a moment you're proud of, okay? Perfect. Well, I will see you next week. Thank you so much for coming